Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Make the difference, be the difference. And I have the pleasure of an amazing young man that is out there making a big difference in the world and up to a lot of things. So we're going to interview him and find out what he's doing. So his name is Rost, and there's a quote that reminds me of him. And this quote is by Anthony Robbins. When you are grateful, fear disappears and abundance appears. And he's going to share his life and his abundant life with us today. Okay, so Asher, I have a question for you. You have a big life. You're up to many things out there. Tell us more.
Thank you, Carol, for having me on tonight and giving an opportunity to share about what I'm up to in life. And as you can see, I have the quote in my background because when I see that quote, I just take a deep breath and I just recognize, wow, it's amazing to be alive and to let go of fear and allow abundance to appear in here. I'm a fitness and wellness coach. I'm a certified personal trainer. I'm a corrective exercise specialist. I'm a weight loss coach. I run a kids fitness company, and I'm doing some projects within the community as well. Health and wellness are extremely important to me in my life and instilling it in others as well too. I grew up learning the value of exercise, not till later on in my life, but it made a profound difference for me. And once I learned and I had how to exercise, how to train, how to eat right, all I wanted to do was just share the knowledge with people. And besides for that, I have a burning desire to make a difference in people, especially young people. That was why I started my kids fitness company, which is called Kids Surge, empowering kids to fitness and music. We have instructional hip hop music, teaching kids how to exercise and play sports. And then most recently, as you can see in my background, we have something called Master of Wellness. I've been a personal trainer for a number of years. And one of the things that I love about training is to really reshape someone's body, literally from where they are to where they want to be, and let them how to create that dream body. And so that's actually really possible to be done. And I don't look at it to just, for the vanity purposes, but for the health reasons, because that is so important to today's day and age. You may look the part, but you may be unhealthy, or you may actually not look the part and be really healthy, right? So what it is to actually instill health, as I call it, wellness, what it is to actually have well-being in your life. And that's really what I've been about for a number of years, first working a lot with young people in schools, after school programs, parochial organizations, recreation places, locations, really delivering that and providing programs and doing special events. And now most recently, doing it now in an online stratosphere. So doing it now with my platform, showing people how to burn fats, how to drop weight, how to tone, how to develop healthy habits, how to literally accomplish the goals they never thought could even be attainable. And that's why this quote really personifies what I'm about, because there's a degree of fear when it comes to all these type of things, right? And I've had some moments of intrepidation in my life, most recently, to get to where I am today. And that's really important for me to acknowledge it, because once you're able to let that out, now you can step into your power. And that's what I teach people how to do, how to own your power, take actions around it, and create the results that you're looking for in your life. One of the things that I did during COVID, because I couldn't really operate during that time, was create what they call the 21-day fearless challenge and teach people how to conquer their fears and master their limiting beliefs. And why that was so important for me was that I was experiencing that during that time. And when I was looking on television, I was looking on the news and everywhere, everything was about fear. And I was like, this is ridiculous. There's no way that people should be living like this, right? So I had to give people an outlet, some way to do it. And it helped me find my purpose in creating Master of Wellness, which is a new branding that I'm going to be launching. And so what's so important is that people need to learn for themselves what it's going to take for them to overcome these fears, these limiting beliefs, things like they get stopped in life. And to be honest with you, it's hard to do it on your own, right? It took me working with people in a group, acknowledging some of my faults and flaws in order for me to get out there and share what I'm up to. And I had 14 people finish this 21-day fearless challenge. And a lot, every of them all shared they had incredible results with that, taking on new businesses, starting new occupations, getting involved in relationships, some of them even having children. Like you wouldn't realize it. And there are some things that have occurred in my life for me to say, you know what, I need to step outside myself. I can't imagine what someone else is going through, but if I can just give people a ray of hope in order for them to then say there is something that you can do to take it to the next level, I want to go ahead and do it. And it's weird because like being someone who's very active and trainer and someone who's an athlete who works out a lot, when you're not able to operate the way you do, you need to find another way of doing it. So I had to learn my way to find what would be next for me. And it's important that I was able to do it, but I had to go through a different process in that where I dabbled in some different things, online training, speaking to other coaches, doing some research, stepping outside my comfort zone, right? So acknowledging that there is fear, realizing what I was doing wasn't working because of the way the life has now become, right? We're in a different age now, but also recognizing there's a great awakening going on. And inside of that space, how can I be part of that? And so I'm just excited now that I'm able to do this, and I'm going to be launching this campaign for the brand new year 2023 to help people get healthy, to help people actually create wellness in their lives. What would it be like to do that? Yes, so important. And what I can proudly say is I can guarantee results. Right now, that's amazing to say that, but I can, because as long as you follow the system that I've created that identifies your exercise, what you're eating, has a nutritional component, and then the accountability, those three pillars literally will get you to the next level. And that's what's so important right now, because I know people can really use that right now, right? They're like, well, what am I going to do? How am I getting? A lot of times people get resigned by these things, or they just realize this is just the way life goes. And
it's a new level of fitness and health.
Exactly.
Really,
That's how
really.
I look at it. So thank you.
What a better time than 2023, guys. What a better time. Okay, so Asher, I have one last question for you. What would you like everyone to know that you have not yet shared?
Oh, wow.
And oh, by the way, guys, I will be putting his information on this video so that you can connect with him. Okay.
Thank you. What a profound question. So it's been 2 years of literally, I don't even know, my head just spins. COVID really knocked me down in many ways, more than one. Unfortunately, I went through some pitfalls to get to where I am. And I say the word unfortunate, but I guess it's not. It was a lesson for me to get to. So one thing that I reminded immediately is I had a near-death experience. I was climbing a cliff and hiking with my cousin out in Colorado. And unfortunately, I lost my balance and fell off the cliff and landed on my forehead, landed on my temple, and landed on my nose. I was bleeding. And luckily, with God's grace, I'm still here. So every day I'm grateful just to be alive after that experience. Fortunately, I was able to regain consciousness. I did have a minor concussion. I did have a bruised hip, and I did have some minor injuries, but nothing severely broken. So that was incredible to even live that. That was after my business was put on hold because of COVID. I was operating a lot of kids programs before that in schools and recreation centers. And when those places were closed, you couldn't really much do anything. And that's when I started entering the online training sphere and doing online kids fitness classes, which was cool during that COVID time, but it wasn't, it was just kind of getting started to learn how these things work. So that was neat in that. So that was the first thing for me. Second was I work out quite often. And once the gym started to reopen, I got back into what I love doing, which is boxing. And boxing is just an ultimate workout of conditioning. You learn hand-eye coordination, you learn balance, You learn all these different, things. And what I love about it is literally the rigor and the workouts. Such an
Mm.
incredible workout. But unfortunately, while I was doing one of the workouts, I was doing some running in place. I felt some pain in the back of my knee, and I thought it was just a minor thing at all. And I didn't think much of it. But when it continually started to hurt, and I had trouble even exercising, I went, let me take a look into this. And I
Mm.
had my first musculoskeletal injury, which was a partial tear in my medial meniscus. So I've been in doing rehab now. So some of your viewers might think, oh, but get surgery immediately. Well, I was like, I think there's ways around it. And thankfully, I did not do that. But because that may have put me on crutches and had me not be able to be mobile. I went through some of the pain, not having trouble walking, wearing a brace, but also learning how to function. Because someone who works out quite often now can't do those things. I said before, I had a lot of fear. I also dealt with a lot of anxiety too.
Mm.
So not being able to exercise, I've learned now how to cope with life, and that turned me on to getting into doing breath work and doing meditation. So I had to find other outlets for me,
Mhm.
mindfulness, right?
Got it.
So when I can't
Mhm.
exercise like that.
Wow.
And then the icing on the cake. Last year, my dad got sick with angiosarcoma, which is uh, a cancer of the blood and internal
Mhm.
bleeding, and he had a lot of deterioration in his body. And
Mhm.
5 weeks after I saw him, he
Mhm.
passed away, which was about 3 months ago.
Mm.
So losing my dad as the pillar in my life, my role model, my mentor,
Mhm.
that was a hard blow to take. And so now I feel like I could be that figure for other people in my life. Not having him around, but he's taught me so much. And he always told me, you got to bust it, you got to work it. And that's one of the things that I appreciate about him, is that I feel him in my heart. So
Mhm. That's
it
so
for
cool.
me now is compelled to share and get this out there, because I know that's what he would have wanted.
Right. Well, I am thrilled that you were here with us today, Asher, and everyone. This young man is up to some pretty big things. You want to have health and fitness in a whole new level. You want to definitely check out his app. He has an app that you're actually producing some amazing results with it. So, and what I'd like to do, Asher, is like to actually bring you back on in about 3 months, and you tell us, what's happening, what's going on, what's new, what new places you are making a difference in. And guys, he does produce results in his life. And if you want to have results in your life, especially around your health and fitness, please reach out to him. We will be putting his links on this video so that you'll be able to reach out. And I thank you so much once again for an amazing look into your life today. And Asher, I'm sorry for your loss, and your dad knows what you're up to and what you're doing, and he's very proud of you. So thank you everyone for joining us today. I'll be back with another interview soon. Have an awesome, thriving week. Bye-bye now.